Hello guys, today we're going to talk about fuel system faults that you will encounter if you're working on an aircraft fuel system. Accelerator pump seal. The accelerator pump sprays a stream of fuel into the carburetor venturi when the throttle is advanced to provide an adequately rich mixture for acceleration. If the pump seal is worn and insufficient fuel is delivered into the carburetor, the mixture will become excessively lean during acceleration and the engine will stumble. A bad seal also allows fuel to leak around it and drain from the carburetor. The causes of this: deteriorated rubber, improper or contaminated fuel. Air and fuel system. A leak in fuel system that allows air to enter the delivery hose may cause the mixture to vary in and out of a burnable ratio, making the engine surge. Causes of this: cracked lines or loose fittings. Clogged fuel tank vent. The fuel tank is vented to the atmosphere to allow air to fill the void in the tank created by fuel consumption. Venting may be done by extending tubes out of the tanks, or the fuel caps may be equipped with vents. If the vents are obstructed, a vacuum will form in the tank that ultimately inhibits fuel flow to the engine and may also cause fuel flow gauge fluctuation. Probable causes of this: insect nest, ice and snow, or dust and dirt. Condensation. This occurs when a temperature drop causes water in the air to condense. This is normal. However, it can be minimized by keeping fuel tanks full, which minimizes the amount of air and subsequent water that condenses out. Causes of this: high humidity with an associated temperature drop. Dirty fuel filter screen. A dirty fuel filter screen in a fuel control unit or flow divider restricts the flow of fuel to the cylinder and results in a lean mixture. The filter must be removed and cleaned periodically. Probable causes of this: fuel contamination, flooded carburetor. When too much fuel is distributed into the induction air, the mixture may become too rich to burn, while a flooded engine may be caused by poor starting technique. It can also stem from a mechanical problem. A leaking carburetor, primer system, or other fuel system component can allow fuel to enter the intake manifold, making it difficult to start the engine. If the pilot primes the engine when already flooded, the condition is made worse and starting becomes even more difficult. Probable causes of this: poor starting technique, leaking carburetor, leaking primer system, or carburetor float level set too low. Fuel contamination. Fuel contaminated with water, dirt, or the wrong fuel type will cause the engine to run rough and may cause detonation at high power setting. As the contaminants are pulled into the fuel metering system, they drastically change the mixture, causing the engine to shudder and possibly quit. Causes: improper fueling or leaky fuel caps allowing water to enter tanks, deteriorating fuel bladder, or items drop in fuel tanks. Fuel injector air bleed block. Fuel injectors have air bleed holes that allow air to enter and combine with fuel to assist in fuel atomization. If the holes are blocked, the fuel will not atomize properly and the engine will run rough. Causes of this: fuel contamination or the nozzles not cleaned during installation. Fuel line blockage. Fuel line blockage inhibits the flow of the fuel and may cause the fuel flow gauge to fluctuate. It is also likely to reduce the fuel pressure downline. Causes: deteriorating fuel bladders or items drop in fuel tank. Fuel pump failure. A fuel pump failure prevents the engine from running except with the electrical boost or auxiliary pump on. A sudden rise in oil level is an indication of failing pump. Shaft wear at the drive end of the pump will allow fuel to spill into the crankcase, raising the level of the oil. Insufficient prime. During startup, an engine requires a rich mixture because the spark from the spark plug is weak and the fuel is not atomized sufficiently. In cold weather, the fuel does not vaporize easily and a great deal of extra fuel may be required to ensure adequate fuel vapor. Causes: starting technique or cold weather. Leaking bowl gasket. The float bowl chamber in most carburetors is vented to the carburetor throat ahead of the venturi. Although the pressure is near atmospheric, it is slightly lower due to the restriction of air filters and intake ducting. A float bowl gasket that allows the slightly high pressure atmospheric air to enter increases the push on the fuel to the main nozzle. It creates a higher flow and rich mixture. The causes of this: improper assembly or deterioration of the bowl gasket. Leaking fuel cups. If the fuel tank cups do not seal properly, water may be allowed to enter the fuel tanks. This typically happens as the cup age and the seal become brittle. The main cause of this: deterioration over time. Lean and rich mixture. Lean mixture, an engine will run rough. Lean mixture can be identified by a very clean exhaust pipe and increased roughness while leaning during run-up or a decrease in roughness when carburetor heat is applied. Also note the EGT gauge or exhaust gas temperature. If the mixture is excessively lean, the EGT decreases as the mixture is leaned further. A lean mixture may be only ignite when both spark plug fires, but fail to ignite when only one plug fires. A lean mixture also burns very slowly, and if excessively lean, much of the combustion process takes place after the exhaust valves open, resulting in a loss of power and high EGT. Causes of this: improper adjusted fuel metering device or a leak in intake manifold, allowing more air to enter after metering device. While the rich mixture, an engine will run rough with an excessively rich mixture. The best method to determine if an engine is running excessively rich is to examine the exhaust pipe for black soot. Also, the engine will run smooth and the mixture is lean during run-up. A rich mixture may inhibit proper combustion due to an inadequate supply of oxygen to burn the fuel. This causes incomplete combustion and a loss of RPM and power. During acceleration, a carbureted engine that is excessively rich may stumble due to accelerator pump adding a large amount of unmetered fuel into the air and enriching the mixture beyond a burnable ratio. When the accelerator pump stops, the mixture leans out as the air continues into the manifold and the engine begins to run too lean, and the accelerator will be slow. An engine that quits at idle may have an excessively rich mixture. An engine can typically handle an excessively rich mixture better at higher power setting, but at idle, the engine may run rough and quit. Probable causes of this: improperly adjusted fuel metering device or carburetor heat reduces density causing an enriched mixture. In fuel injected, turbocharged aircraft, a leak in intake manifold allows air to escape when the upper deck pressure is higher than atmospheric pressure, leading to a rich mixture. So, that's all guys that I share about fuel faults that you will encounter when dealing or working with an aircraft fuel system.